Hello everybody, welcome to the Empressive channel. A couple of days ago, Chrissy Teigen apologized for being a horrible bully. And she did this to save her image. Now, if you don't know who Chrissy Teigen is, Chrissy used to be a model, but she really got her claim to fame by being the wife of the accomplished EGOT singer John Legend. Chrissy has been riding John's coattails for well over 10 years, and she's gotten opportunities from her connection to John. She has hosted various shows, including the popular show Lip Sync Battle, and also she had her own clothing line and her own cookware line at Target. Chrissy has also garnered a lot of attention by being a troll on Twitter. And she has actually said a lot of wild and disturbing things on Twitter. I remember she actually deleted over 60,000 tweets because some of those tweets were resurfacing and it was catching up to her. And some people were even linking her to Jeffrey Epstein. Also, Chrissy has used her platform on Twitter to bully other people, and she has targeted a lot of people. She came for Lindsay Lohan, Mariah Carey, and she even criticized the young actress Quvonjene Wallace. Also, Chrissy harassed and shamed a 16-year-old model named Courtney Stodden for marrying a 50-year-old pervert named Doug Hutchinson. Sadly, Courtney was ridiculed and shamed by a lot of people, even though the blame should have really been placed on Doug and Courtney's parents. But Chrissy attacked Courtney on Twitter. Also, Courtney told the Daily Beast that Chrissy even sent hateful DMs and told Courtney to basically DIE. I can't say the word, but she basically told Courtney to fall off the face of this earth. And mind you, Courtney was only 16 years old at the time. So this was just horrible and unnecessary, and it kind of shows how unhinged Chrissy really is. Now, when Courtney brought up Chrissy's past tweets, the internet began to turn on Chrissy. And I knew this was going to come eventually because Chrissy has been saying a lot of reckless things for years and no one would check her, not even her husband, John Legend. But finally, she got her wake-up call. After Chrissy got put on blast, she attempted to apologize, but her initial apology was not received well at all. In fact, Courtney called her out again and said this on Instagram. "I accept her apology and forgive her, but the truth remains the same. I have never heard from her or her camp in private. In fact, she blocked me on Twitter. All of me wants to believe that this is a sincere apology, but it feels like a public attempt to save her partnerships with Target and other brands who are realizing her quote-unquote wokeness is a broken record." And what Courtney said is more than likely true. I do think Chrissy was at risk for losing a lot of her endorsements behind this whole scandal, which is why she came back out and issued another apology because she had to save face. She posted this long apology on her blog, and I'm not going to read everything she said, but basically she said that she was ashamed of all of her awful tweets, and she claimed that she only tweeted crude things for entertainment and shock value, but she was nothing but an insecure, attention-seeking troll, which she is. And now that she's a wife and mother, she's no longer like that, and she's getting therapy, and she's trying to change her ways and apologize to people, blah, 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 blah. That's basically what she said in a nutshell. Honestly, I think Chrissy only issued this apology to save what's left of her career. It's possible that she could have done some self-reflection and she could truly be sorry, but I do question her sincerity because I know that she would have never apologized if she didn't face any backlash. And this whole situation also makes me question her husband, John Legend, too. Because John has been with Chrissy the whole time she was making these outrageous tweets. And I'm not saying that he should take the blame for Chrissy's actions. Chrissy is a grown woman, and at the end of the day, she has to take accountability for what she does. But I would think that John, being her husband, would at least advise her to be more aware of what she says. John comes off as a level-headed guy. You never hear about him being in any drama. He's politically and socially conscious, but he still minds the business that pays him. So he seems like a sensible person, but it's a little weird that his wife is the complete opposite of him. I know the saying opposites attract, but these two are like night and day. And Chrissy says and does all of these outrageous things, and John does nothing about it. I find that to be very weird, but then again, John might not be that different from Chrissy in real life. I think John might be just as messy as Chrissy is, but he hides it better because he actually cares about his brand. However, I feel like he definitely condones Chrissy's behavior, and it makes me look at him sideways too. But I can tell you this, once Chrissy's behavior starts affecting John's businesses and his brands, that's when he will start to separate himself from her. Because right now, John has gone unscathed. He's not being affected by what Chrissy does. So he has no problem standing by her, but Chrissy can't afford to get into any more drama, because if John gets dragged into her mess, then he may not stay around to support her. That's what I think. But I personally think that John loves Chrissy's messiness. He's messy too. I can guarantee you that he's very messy too. Now, Chrissy was called out again by a celebrity fashion designer named Michael Costello, and people were making a big deal about this. However, Chrissy was not completely in the wrong this time. Michael actually deserved the backlash that he got. Now, if you don't know, he went on Instagram and claimed that Chrissy falsely accused him of being racist, and he also blamed Chrissy and another stylist named Monica Rose for getting him blacklisted in Hollywood. He said the whole situation made him want to off himself. And he also posted DMs that he got from Chrissy, and in the DM, Chrissy said that he deserves to suffer and DIE. Now, I don't agree with Chrissy saying things like this, because I do think it's mean-spirited and hateful. But at the same time, I can't villainize her completely, because she was defending another woman, a black woman. Michael did not tell the full truth about what really happened. The reason why Chrissy called him out is because he called a black fashion designer named Maxie J the N-word. Maxie is a talented designer who has a line called Allez Lesqué. I hope I'm saying that right, but she has this line called Allez Lesqué. And some years ago, Michael bought one of her custom-made designs and he shared it on his page without crediting her, and he resold it at a higher price. When Maxie called him out for stealing her design, she was accused of being a liar, and also Michael called her the N-word and called another person who was defending her the N-word. Right now, Michael is claiming that this comment was photoshopped, but it wasn't. And the whole mess didn't stop there. Back in 2015, he ran into Maxie J at a fabric store and called her all types of ugly slurs and even broke her phone. Maxie actually did an interview with the Jasmine brand, and she went into detail about what happened.
So like a year later, I go to a fabric store and I see him. I went to go sit down, and the fabric store owner came up to me and was like, "Oh, Maxie, you know, it's going to be another 30 minutes until your rolls of fabric are ready." So I think once he heard my name is when it registered, like, oh, that's her. So he comes up to me. I'm like sitting down, and he comes up to me. He's like, "Oh, I remember you. You're that black that like try to sabotage my business." I'm like, "Sabotage your business? Like, you stole my dress?" And like, "Wait, what did you just say? Like, what did you just say?" And he takes my phone out of my hand and throws it, and it shatters. Oh, I lose my mind. When I say I lose my mind, I lost it. We fought literally like
physically,
back in the day, like I was in high school. Yeah,
wow.
Like it was the whole thing. The police came, and since I had witnesses, the owner of the store gave his statement. He's like, "Yeah, he definitely abused her first, like verbally. He broke her phone. He definitely called her the N-word, and like I got all that on video."
Did you see Michael Costello call me a black nigga and take my phone out of my hand and throw it out the window?
Yes.
Okay, and that was done today.
After Michael got into an altercation with Maxie, he attempted to sabotage her career and defame her. He posted a picture of his bruised face and accused her of injuring him. But Maxie never injured Michael. He actually got that bruise from a bar fight. But he tried to spin this narrative to make Maxie look like a monster. Maxie wasn't the only one who was victimized by Michael Costello. The singer Leona Lewis was also victimized by him too. She actually exposed Michael on her IG story and said, "I usually don't speak on subjects like this, but honestly, I feel that I have to say something as I've dealt with years of insecurity from it. I don't condone any kind of bully behavior, and I'm sorry for what Michael Costello went through. I wanted to share my experience in 2014. I was asked to take part in a fashion show to raise money for charity. Michael Costello was assigned as my designer. As an excited young woman, I flew all the way to New York and was so honored to work with him because I adored his dresses. When I got to my fitting, I was made to feel very awkward and uncomfortable as the dress was a sample size and he and his team clearly did not want to alter it to fit me. This came as a total surprise because weeks prior, I was told that they would make the dress work for me. At the next fitting, the night before the show, with no explanation at all, Michael refused to turn up. He no longer wanted to dress me, and he abandoned his commitments to me and the show, which made me well aware that I wasn't the body type required. I was so embarrassed and deeply hurt because I didn't look like a model size. I was not permitted to walk in his dress. I had to sit in the audience and was asked by press why I didn't walk in the show. I remember having to come up with excuses as I was so humiliated by it all. I feel like I was made to look as though I pulled out and was being difficult, and as an effect of those actions, I suffered a lot, both personally and professionally. The most hurtful thing is it was to raise money for charity, and this went against everything we were trying to do. So that was Leona's experience with Michael Costello, and even though her experience wasn't as severe as Maxie's, it still affected her because, like she said, the situation hurt her personally and professionally. So Michael tried to come for Chrissy and kick her while she's down, but he really should have sat there and ate his food because he can't play the victim if he himself has victimized other women, especially women of color. So in my opinion, Michael is no better than Chrissy is. They both are bullies and they need help. I mean, serious help. Anyway, tell me what y'all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.